hungry hoopers all going in. We back. Oh yeah, we back.
Let me hear you give it up. Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah. Let me hear you. New York City, New York, If the Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. We back, we back, we back, we back, we back.
This is New York City, home of the Knicks, baby. Yeah, we back on track. The Mecca's going crazy. Rim rocking, shot blocking, ball. We are not stopping, aiming at that chip with a bullseye on the target. It's been so many years, that's how bad we really want it. From the city to the garden, we all bleed blue and orange, and everybody starving. Hell yeah, hungry for a ring. Got a team full of hungry hoopers all going in. We back. Oh yeah, we back.
Let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah. Let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah. Let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah. Let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah. Let me hear you give it up. We back, we back, we back, we back, we back, New York City, New York, If the Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. We back, we back, we back, we back, we back.
This is New York City, home of the Knicks, baby. Yeah, we back on track. The Mecca's going crazy. Rim rocking, shot blocking, ball. We are not stopping, aiming at that chip with a bullseye on the target. It's been so many years, that's how bad we really want it. From the city to the garden, we all bleed blue and orange, and everybody starving. Hell yeah, hungry for a ring. Got a team full of hungry hoopers all going in. We back. Oh yeah, we back.
Let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah. Let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah. Let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah. Let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah. Let me hear you give it up. We back, we back, we back, we back, we back, New York City, New York, If the Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. We back, we back, we back, we back, we back.
This is New York City, home of the Knicks, baby. Yeah, we back on track. The Mecca's going crazy. Rim rocking, shot blocking, ball. We are not stopping, aiming
New York City, New York, Knicks. If the Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. We back, we back, we back, we back, we back, we back.
This is New York City, home of the Knicks, baby. Yeah, we back on track. The Mecca's going crazy. Rim rocking, shot blocking, ball. We are not stopping, aiming at that chip with a bullseye on the target. It's been so many years, that's how bad we really want it. From the city to the garden, we all bleed blue and orange, and everybody starving. Hell yeah, hungry for a ring. Got a team full of hungry hoopers, all going in. We back. Oh yeah, we back.
Let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. We back, we back, we back, we back, we back, we New York City, New York, Knicks. If the Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. We back, we back, we back, we back, we back.
This is New York City, home of the Knicks, baby. Yeah, we back on track. The Mecca's going crazy. Rim rocking, shot blocking, ball. We are not stopping, aiming at that chip with a bullseye on the target. It's been so many years, that's how bad we really want it. From the city to the garden, we all bleed blue and orange, and everybody starving. Hell yeah, hungry for a ring. Got a team full of hungry hoopers, all going in. We back. Oh yeah, we back.
Let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. We back, we back, we back, we back, we back, we New York City, New York, Knicks. If the Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. We back, we back, we back, we back, we back.
This is New York City, home of the Knicks, baby. Yeah, we back on track. The Mecca's going crazy. Rim rocking, shot blocking, ball. We are not stopping, aiming at that chip with a bullseye on the target. It's been so many years, that's how bad we really want it. From the city to the garden, we all bleed blue and orange, and everybody starving. Hell yeah, hungry for a ring. Got a team full of hungry hoopers, all going in. We back. Oh yeah, we back.
Let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. We back, we back, we back, we back, we back, we New York City, New York, Knicks. If the Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up.
Films in the building. My God, what's good?
And I salute the new Knicks. Let's get it.
Shout out to the new Knicks.
The new Knicks, salute my guy.
The new Knicks, the organic podcast.
Uh-oh. Sounds like it's about to go down in here. Going down. New York City, NYC, Brooklyn, Staten in the Bronx. Manhattan, Queens, what you want? We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. Brooklyn, Staten in the Bronx. Manhattan, Queens, what you want? We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks. We want the Knicks.
Yeah.
You. What up? Welcome back, mi gente, my peoples. We appreciate y'all. Organic Fanatics family. Salute. Talk to them, New Knicks. What you got to say to them?
Yo, what's poppin'? Welcome to the Organics Fanatics Show. Welcome home. We here. You know what I mean? And this is episode number 8.
Numero ocho.
Yes, sir. And let's chop it up. Let's chop it up. Can't wait.
Yeah. We appreciate y'all joining us on this Friday drive while you driving home, while you listening, you just chilling, whatever you're doing. This Friday night drive. Appreciate y'all coming in episode 8. Today we are right before the game here. We talking about the Miami Heat versus the New York Knickerbockers, our own Knicks. What do we want? We want the Knicks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let them know. So it's a big game, big implications here. So we playing the Heat right now, New Knicks for land. So we got them. The Knicks are 37-27. Heat are 33-30. So they're in 7th place. We're in 5th place. So we're in a good pace here. We're doing good. So tell me a little bit about what you think in this, how this matchup is going to be looking to you so far.
Well, I mean, you know, and shit. I mean, the position speaks for itself. The Heat are behind us. We're ahead, so that means in my peripheral, I can't see them unless I'm looking at the rear view mirror.
Big facts.
So I mean, you know, I'm just looking forward to the game tonight. I was supposed to link up with some Knicks community, but I couldn't make it. So shout out to the people out there over here at Miami.
Yeah, we worldwide. Knicks Nation, we worldwide. Miami, Australia, New York, DC, Cali, Chi-Town, we everywhere. If you in there, you say something, salute us in the chat. Let us know what you're thinking out there. The last game we beat them, we squeaked it out. It was 106-104. We won by 2 points. We had Badman Barrett, who played big that game. Now, does he come big today? We'll see. If he plays, is he going to get to that top level? Is he going to get that breakout game? He had 30 points the last time. And then, of course, Mr. Randall himself had 10 rebounds and 6 assists. So 6 assists. So he was our big man there. So nice. I don't know. It's a close matchup. Now we just got to see who's going to be available. There is some people that are supposed to be out. So they got some people that are out for them. Jimmy Butler's on the injury report. Nikola Jovic, that's one of their young cats. Kyle Lowry is going to be out. Old man Lowry, I think his knees are giving out. I think the arthritis is kicking in for the senior citizen there. So he's out. And game time decision for Jimmy Butler. Now, if he's out, I don't know. I think that's a TKO automatically.
I mean, even if he plays, I mean, a majority of the squad is basically missing. So, you know, what's the injury report on our side? I think all of our guys are healthy.
Yeah, everybody's good. The projected starter is Jalen Brunson, who, by the way, is averaging 23 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists. So he's improved on his assists. That's gone up. We got Quentin Grimes averaging 10 points a game, 3 rebounds, 2 assists. We got Badman Broadway Barrett, 19.5 a game, 5 rebounds, 2.8 assists, close to 3 assists, and he's been lobbing up to Mitch, who's been a big factor for him. Mitch is
Facts.
the energizer bunny for the squad. He's been boosting them up. You think Mitch has some impact on that or what?
I seen RJ going a lot to Mitch. I mean, those two are. I mean, they've always been a tandem, you know. But now that Julius and now that Brunson and Randall are like really clicking together, and you could consider them one of the top 5 dynamic duels in the NBA. So, and I think that's rubbing off on Mitch and RJ. RJ from the last game when we spanked the out of the Brooklyn Nets. I saw RJ taking a good turn. I saw him, you know, he's playing more aggressive, and you know, I could see him doing better today. Definitely.
Yeah, I like what you're saying there. It's true what you're talking about, how the impact of Mitch helps out. I think what's helping him with Mitch as well is that Mitch, ironically, it's we need floor spacing. So that's the thing with us, that we need people to shoot either the 3-point ball or spread the floor out, because we got Brunson, we got RJ, and we got Randall that all clog the paint. Somehow Mitch is that 2 negatives turn a positive. So because Mitch obviously clogs the paint, he can't shoot. But because he's a lob threat or he's back there, whoever is who's playing RJ, they can't double RJ. So they have to respect the lob and they have to back up, which opens the lane up for RJ. So that gives him the lane to drive. And if he drives and they try to crash on him, then he's got the lob to Mitch. So they got to respect either or. So I think he helps RJ in that game, where he helps expand the floor for him when he's in the paint. So because they usually crowd him, they're doubling him, they close up on him in the paint. Once he's in the paint, they're doubly teaming him. They're trying to strip the ball. That's why he's not getting the calls. But because Mitch is there, they have to respect that, so they can't overcrowd him when he's trying to make that layup.
Definitely.
So that's
and with with how Brunson's been playing, he's looked like he's been on that 3-point line like on fire.
Yeah, his shot from the 3 is looking crazy. I mean, his assist, his percentage up there. I think he's close to 38, which we'll look at the stats in a bit, but he's up there. He's been almost like, you can almost count it. As soon as he's throwing up that 3-point shot, you can be like, that's wet. You can almost count it. You don't have to be like, it's money, man. His shot looks real good.
Yeah, but what has the defense on their eggshells, you know, is you don't know whether he's gonna drive or shoot, or, you know.
Yep.
We got, like, my question a few pods ago was who was the third threat, right? And looking how the whole team has been gelling, I think we all know Mitch is that third threat, but now everybody is becoming a threat. So it's now like we have 5 threats on the court, you know? I mean, the way they've been playing and the way the offense has been increasing on, you know, I think it's definitely going in the right direction.
No, and just like the last podcast you were talking about, I mean, like, it's not just a third threat before, because before it was just either RJ or Randall. RJ, Randall. So that the teams closed out on us.
You mean Brunson or Randall?
No, I'm saying before, like last year. I'm saying last year was like just them two, so teams would collapse on us. Now you add another, basically an all-star, because he got snubbed. So 2 all-stars and RJ. You know what I mean? And like you're saying, so RJ's a consistent, I won't say a threat, but he's consistent. He's giving us 19. You talking about Mitch, like you talking about. So now Mitch is a threat offensively and defensively, because he's a great rebounder. He's number 2 in the NBA in offensive rebound, and he's improving on defensive rebound. So he's giving us extra possessions both ways.
Yeah, make or miss, he's gonna get it.
Yeah, agreed. Whether it's defense, offense, he's gonna get the boards either way, and he's gonna crash the boards on there. And then that other threat you were talking about, Mr. Brain himself, who's that? IQ, right?
Definitely.
IQ. So what do you think about IQ? How do you think IQ has impacted the team so far?
Man, listen, it's already well known in the Knicks universe, Knicks Nation, you know, that IQ's name has been popping up in the 6-man conversation.
As it should.
You know, very well deserved. And bro. I don't know. At first, when we first got Brunson, I was like, damn, why we need Brunson if we got IQ? But we're getting Brunson. I mean, it definitely looked like IQ is just elevating because his game is just that much better from last year. I mean, before, he had a little situation, where he couldn't find people. He was playing a little kind of selfishly, not selfishly, but looking for his.
Yeah, trying to
But
find this.
his game is definitely improved. I mean, his 3-point is back up. He's shooting, I think, like 37%, 38, somewhere around there. So his 3 points are coming back up. And bro, he's just killing it. He's killing it.
Nah,
There's nothing you can say, but he's killing it. And he better get that 6-man a year, 6-man of the year.
yeah, I mean, I agree with you there. He's been on a roll. That's probably the understatement of the year. He's been on a roll. He's been consistent, which is a great part. That he's been consistent all year. You've had some people trying for the 6-man of the year that are here. They'll have a burst in a month and come back. They're not as consistent as IQ has been. IQ's been that dude. And like you were talking about last year. Last year we were trying to see, does he play the starting point guard? Because we were in desperate need. We've never had a real true point guard. I mean, we've had Starberry, no disrespect to the other ones, but I'm talking about a true point guard. So that's
it's been about a good 10, 15 years.
I mean, the other ones that we could think about is maybe Felton and Starberry, probably the only other than Jackson. But I mean, in our time frame, last 20 years, maybe Starberry for sure. He got buckets, but it wasn't leading to dubs. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't leading to W's on there. Yeah. And then Felton, who should have been, that dude. Then them cheeseburgers kicked in. Them junior cheesecakes.
He was coming in way overweight, but
that junior cheesecake do something to you, bro.
But yeah, in comparison to Brunson, there's hands down no comparison. There's no comparison. I mean, even the analysts are saying, from MSG everywhere, bro, his contract. Even I think Barkley said it is one of the best contracts in the NBA.
But they weren't saying that before, though, right? There was like he's overpaid. They overpaid him. The Knicks are crazy. What were the Knicks thinking about? To all that money, $100 million? Yeah, we got the last laugh though.
Definitely. A lot of people wasn't seeing. I mean, when Doncic went out from the playoffs and Brunson was doing this thing, shining. People were a lot of the comments were, oh, he's only doing it because he's next to Luka and this and that, but gave him his own team, bring him home. Let's rephrase that. We bring him home, and
New York.
When you put on that jersey, it's
that way. It's like a weighted vest. There's like a weighted vest. The heaviest,
but in some aspects. It can elevate you, and that's exactly what it did to Brunson. When he first came in, he played his role, see where he could assert himself. But once they started gelling, I mean, just like his dad, he's gonna be aggressive and tell you what time it is and do what dogs need to do. Because Brunson is a dog.
Understatement, yep, big time.
And the clamor from Knicks Nation was like, oh, we don't have a dog. We need a dog. We got one. And the same thing when Morris came in, one of the twins,
Marcus Morris.
Yeah, when Marcus came in, I mean, when a dog comes into the pound, bro, it has an immediate reaction and effect on the rest of the squad.
The alpha, they claim the alpha.
Once you claim that alpha and you start running, people got to run with you, or if not, they get left behind. And the same thing with the signing of Hart. Now you got two dogs leading. You know what I mean?
Yep. And that's what I like about Brunson, because Brunson, he don't have to bark. He just went and just stomped in there. Like, yo, this is what I do. This is how I do it. and this
bro,
was gonna get done.
bro.
He takes charge.
He talks with action. I mean, it's either you could talk it or you could walk it. Brunson's always gonna walk. He's not gonna express nothing. You're not gonna see. He's not a. He don't have emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
There's none of that when it comes to Brunson.
Yeah, and
So
go ahead.
go ahead, go ahead.
No, I was saying the best part, like you're saying. I mean, the way he comes in, he takes charge. His leadership on there, and then at the same time, is how he does it. So he's a great leader that he's putting his team first. He was those games with that he scored like 30 plus points, and then he's like, nah, it was Randall. Randall had a phenomenal game. Nah, RJ did it. You saw what RJ was doing? Oh no,
Yeah.
Josh Hart. He gets his team involved. He lets them know, like, yo, we here, but it's a squad, city and squad.
That's the difference that I've been noticing. I mean, in some occasions we start playing hero ball, but when we start playing like a team, like how we did, and we came across on that first quarter with Brooklyn Nets, and we scored, what was it, 47, 48 points? Bro, Golden State did that just the other night. So
Yep.
that just shows and prove that we could gel and play as a team and as a unit about 90% of the game. But then, it comes to that point where everybody wants to do their individual thing. But, bro, when we're playing like a team, I've been a diehard fan since 74, the day of my birth, and I haven't seen our team playing like this in a long, long time.
Nah, but you know
very
why,
long.
right? You know why, right? Because we the
Why?
new Knicks. hey, we the new
Facts.
Knicks. That's the
Yeah,
old.
I
We
had a
the new
post.
Knicks.
I had a post about that. You're definitely right because
The whole other genre.
yeah, the organization needs to catch up to the players because with the old anthems and theme songs, and I think we gotta change it up.
Now let me touch up on what you was talking about there. So to go back to what you were saying. You were talking about assists, ball movement, which looks like it's been probably an area of opportunity for us for the whole season on there. And to be honest, I'm looking at the stats now. We're actually 30th in the NBA in assists, averaging only 22 per game. Now I was just thinking about it too, and that's been every time I'm screaming like pass the rock, move the ball. And I think again, this is still year 3 of rebuilding. So I think we're ahead of expectations by leaps and bounds from what people thought we would be at, or we thought we would be at. Well, obviously you was going for the 50 burger, so you had the high expectations. So I'll give you that for the 50, the 50
The
burger.
exaggerator.
The exaggerate. Hey,
That's the name you gave me when we were kids.
hey, the
And I
exaggerator.
stick to it.
Hey, go big or go home, right?
Facts. You know me.
Hey, that's how you do it. You stick to it, and I appreciate that. That's what you is. But with that, on as you were talking about with the assist, I'm thinking about it too, and I'm like, man, why don't they pass the ball? Whenever Mel joins us, Mel used to talk about it, they don't move the ball. They don't move the ball like Phoenix. They're not moving the ball like Golden State. And if you think about it, our players we have are not like those players. They are not key 3-point players. They're not people who just stick to the corner and shoot the balls. And they don't have that trust level yet, I would say, from Randall and JB. However, they're giving it to him. They're missing shots, but they're still giving it to him. Shout out to Randall, passing the ball to Deuce. But I think the IQ, like with Brunson, I want him to have 15 assists a game. He could have 15 assists a game.
Yeah.
But he's so smart. He knows if we miss this shot, they can go on a run. They're gonna, the momentum could switch. So he's so keen into that because he's a 2-time champion. He's a winner, so he knows what can change the game. As far as
he knows when to do it and when not to do it. He
correct.
knows when to push that accelerator. When
yeah, when we need a bucket, when we don't need a bucket, when we got to make the pass, when we can't have a mistake, when we can't have a miss, when we can't have a turnover. So
but at the same time, he knows how to get players going. Yeah, I mean, he even when he does, he does make his adjustments, but at the same time, he knows how to keep players
Involved.
in motion, set them up. Yeah, I mean, and keep them involved in the game.
Yep. And even with that, I think Tibbs recognized that. There's some times that even though he may want to pass, he's like, I know I can take this guy down. This guy cannot stop me. I don't care who he is. I can score 15 on him straight if I want to. And he does it. And sometimes he's like, yo, you know what? Right now we need offense. We need a score. We need to get them on their heels. And he does that. He'll get 6, 7, 8 points in a row. He'll get them in foul trouble. And we get so many points. That's how you were talking about. We had that 47 and a half for the first quarter. And then Tibbs was like, all right, you did your thing. Sit down. Now let me get the other guys involved. So Tibbs leaves it to him like to dominate, and then we'll let everybody else get in when we had 15.
Well, I mean, I gotta say, Julius, I think Randall is very key element to how we've been starting and setting the games off.
Facts.
We had a big factor where we were coming, kind of sluggish and just barely, be up there. But now the way Julius been coming in, very like authoritative,
aggressive as hell,
shooting threes. He's been setting the tone. So if you got Julius setting the tone, it's gonna make it easier for Brunson. It's gonna make it easier for everybody else. And Jules been doing that. He's been doing his thing. He's definitely been doing his thing. He's been like,
I think he won New York back from the thumbs down and all that. I think he definitely. I mean, that's bridge water under the bridge, but he earned it back. I mean, even with New York, you gotta get that respect back, right?
But the thing about New York is they're quick to forget it if you come back,
if you hustle
and you prove yourself.
Yeah, and he did that. He did that is probably the understatement. That's gonna be just a slogan for him for this year. He did that. He did it. You know what I mean? Definitely. And as you're talking about,
for the fans that still have problem, if you still got a problem with Julius Randle as of today, or as of they're like something's wrong with you. Like you gotta like
you know what they have, right? Emotional damage.
Emotional damage.
They hurting, bro. Yeah. Cue that. They just have emotional damage at this point. I mean, there's been everybody talked about trading or whatever, but you gotta recognize real. If you're a real one, you recognize what this man's doing. You recognize that this is a better year than even when he had his first year the All-Star and the NBA
this is best
in his career.
From my eyes, I think this has been his best year since he got in the NBA.
Big facts. I agree with that. There's no point that I do not agree with that. He's balling, and as you said, and he's number one actually. So you were right. He's number one in the first quarter?
No, he's a 2-time All-Star.
No, you're right about that. I'm talking about that he's number one. He's number one in the first quarter, as you were talking about. Yeah. So he's number one in the entire NBA on points taken and starting in there, from threes and just creating. He's number one in the NBA, which is huge. And people still, as you were saying, people talking about trading Randall. Who are you going to get that's going to give you that number one status? Who are you going to get? Who's going to let go another All-Star or another NBA, All-NBA player, a top 4 player? Like, who you can't trade up any higher than that. They're not going to give you Giannis. Like, you can't get that. He's already up there.
Me, myself, and I am good with the team as is. If we don't move not one more player, not even one, well, besides Fournier, but he might be worth, when it comes to the playoffs.
And the playoffs don't sleep.
I won't sleep. No, I fucks with Fournier. He he's aggressive when he need to do it. But yeah, I wouldn't change one player.
And we got Mike Vidal in the chat. Shout out, we holding you down, brother. But he says our top 3 players would be JB, Randall, and Mitch. As you were talking about for the 3 players, he said pick your poison, Ice Cube or Grimes, and he said don't sleep on Wonder Bread, White Bread, IPH, Hartenstein.
Word. Right. He does bring up a good point, bro. Wonder Bread, white boy has been doing it.
And I think, he's been balling, and I think that's going to be the key to us making a deep run. Is our bench as usual, as Mob Deep, coined by Raw, which which, as you were talking about, we got a 6-man candidate. So you talking about, you got 2 possible All Stars as starters, JB and Randall. Then you got Badman Barrett, still giving you 19, whether he's struggling or not, making the adjustments. 22-year-old, he's still giving you almost 20 points a game, which is still big. That's a lot of points. So when he gets into a rhythm, you can imagine where it's going to go to when he gets going on that. Then you got IQ, a possible 6-man of the year award candidate, and you got another IQ, Hartenstein, who was number 4 in the league earlier in the year with Mitch and offensive rebound. So you got another key acquisition by Leon the Don Rose. So the front office is doing their thing. They're making the right picks. Grimes.
There's a person. Hey, Grimes. Grimes has been
unsung
doing the
hero.
thing too.
Unsung hero. He's playing. He's guarding the best dudes on the other team, which is what RJ was doing as well. But he's guarding the best players, which that's why you see some fatigue in his shot and why he hasn't hit some shots. But even then, he's still guarding them, and he's making sure that to let him know he's a threat, not only at the 3, but also when he's driving. You got to respect his first step. So he's been driving on him. So you can't just sleep on me thinking I'm just gonna be just a 3-and-D player. I'm 3D and slide in the lane, bro. I'm gonna be Mr. Layup.
If he doesn't remind you of Allen Houston 2.0
with bunnies,
he's like Allen Houston with Spreewell almost in the mix. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not as crazy as Spreewell used to go in, but he does his thing. But definitely Allen Houston 2.0.
Yeah, plus some. I'll say 2.5 because he got that drive. You know what I mean? He can. That's a different element of his game that he was coming in this year since the summer league. He was trying to drive, show him that he's got something other than just standing out there and shooting. I mean, I think we were talking about it with Mel even before. Like, yo, he just takes off como si te don't, como si está cagando encima. Like he gotta go.
Yeah, like he got that first step on deck.
Yo, and like it's almost every time. Like you think he's gonna shoot, but he just slices to the lane, which is a good thing, and that breaks down the defense. That helps our team because they can't just cheat on them in the zone. Because that's what you want to do. You want to shoot or you want to drive to the lane. So by him driving, that's gonna break down the zone every time. Because that's what people thought was the answer for the Knicks. We just zone them to death, and they gotta shoot a 3. You know?
Yeah.
And that's why when people were doing that, when other teams were doing that, that's when RJ was making those runs of 6-7 points because he was driving to the lane. And now you got Grimes who can do it.
Facts.
So your boy IQ, that boy's a sniper, boy. IQ is a sniper.
Bro, I love I love his decision making. Like he's gonna take it to the cup, he's gonna shoot it, he's gonna shoot that floater. Like whatever he has to do to make the team continue elevating while other players are sitting and resting. He's definitely holding the fort down.
Nah, he's definitely doing his thing. And right now, man, this game's a very pivotal game, especially for Miami. Miami right now is sitting in 7th place. They're 12.5 games behind first place. We knocked down Brooklyn to 6th place. So they're in 6th place. They're 11 games behind, and we're 2 games in front of them. So now we're only 9 games behind, but overall, we're about a game and a half from Cleveland to take the 4th place. And Cleveland just lost last night to Boston. Boston got mad. They was a little tight because we bodied them. So they said we can't lose 2. So they got mad and took it out on Cleveland and did it to them. So we're close. This game could be very big for us to get very close to 4th. I mean, we are climbing that ladder. We're climbing. So it's a big implication.
Yeah, we're definitely. I can see fourth is right around that corner. That's not even a issue because tonight it should be a little easier, especially if Butler's out and the rest of the guys that you mentioned. It should be a wrap.
Yeah, so if Butler's out, that's going to be big because we got Lowry, which is their point guard there. That means they got some scrub playing for them starting, and then they got They got a couple of their key players are out, so that's going to be a big thing. They got Kevin Love. Kevin Love might make a little noise. He ain't going to be athletic, but he's going to hit a couple of threes. Just keep him off the 3-point line, and that's it.
Yeah.
Old man Love.
Yeah, I don't see it.
Now, out of all the teams, so in the league wide, the order of number one teams by wins and losses, you got Milwaukee, that's 45-17. Then you got Boston, who's right there by one game, 45-18. They're number 2 in the entire NBA. Number 3 is Denver. They're 44-19. Number 4 is Philly, 40-22. 5th is Memphis, 38-23, which we'll talk about, ja. And then you got Cleveland at 39-26, Sacramento and us. So we're 8th in the entire NBA.
That's lovely. That's definitely lovely.
That was the most slept on, the most overlooked. Yeah, and look how good we doing, and you ain't hearing from none of the major platforms. They hating.
The major networks, they always, it's always Knicks for clicks. They're gonna try to downplay how we doing and the win trajectory, and like I said, I called 7 to 11 wins, so I hit my minimum. Hopefully we can make it to that 11, and shit, I would like to go 16 and beat Milwaukee's record.
That's good. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's definitely tough. It's definitely tough.
No, it's definitely tough, but Milwaukee is that squad. But I'm just saying, besides Milwaukee making that run, excuse the music in the background and the hood, but besides Milwaukee making that run, I think we was about the next team that are making these kind of runs.
Yeah.
If you're comparing Knicks to these other teams, Milwaukee, Golden State, yeah, they champions and all of that, but bro, we're right there. We're hovering. We're playing like a great team.
Actually, and to talk exactly what you're talking about there, out of all the teams now in the playoff hunt, the runs on there, Milwaukee is on an insane run. They have won 16 straight.
16 or 15?
No, 16, my man. 1-6. 16. Ganaron 16 corrido. Okay, so eso no. Ellos están que pican. And then you got.
Están comiendo.
Hey, tienen hambre. Están comiendo un poquito de plátano ahí, un mangú. They eating. And the second, can you guess who would be the second best team with the biggest winning streak behind Milwaukee?
Us.
You're absolutely right, sir, with a 7-game win streak. It's just us and Milwaukee. Everybody else, the most is 2. Brooklyn lost 4 in a row. Cleveland lost 1. Houston lost 11. Oof, they outie. So we got the biggest one. After that's maybe Golden State with 4. Sacramento Kings, they're balling for the West. They're doing all right. But other than that, that's us. So we're the second team with the longest winning streak. Other than
we're not done yet.
Oh no, we ain't done.
We're not done yet.
The next game, so it's gonna be 8 after tonight with the Heat. We're gonna fizzle the flame. We're gonna turn off the wick, light them up, turn them down, whatever. They down, body bag.
Miami matches.
Miami matches, yo. It's donezo. I want to beat them so bad and get them out the playoffs that after this year, you guys got to rebuild. After this year, I'm putting it. Put away Riley. We ain't never letting go. We're like a petty girlfriend that you broke up with. Yo, it ain't over till Pat Riley's out the office. When you get Pat Riley out, yo, you're dead to us. You're dead to us. Pat Riley's gone. Hey, that beef ain't over, nigga. It's like Biggie and Tupac, nigga. Somebody gotta die.
Yeah. Hey. Since we left New York, our hometown has been Miami. We don't rep nothing about Miami except the city. So we've been a rival, bro. Like,
and don't get it twisted. We in Florida, we love Miami people, but we stay true to who we are. New Yorkers bring everything in Timberlands. Okay, we at the beach with the Tims. We driving with Tims. We ride bikes
Playing
with our Timbs.
basketball and Tim's.
Hey, yeah, you went through a couple of mine. So yes, he definitely has played in some Timberlands for sure. That's the thing we do. You ever seen Timberlands leaning to the side from trying to? Hey, you know you got strong ankles if you can break somebody with Timberlands on.
Facts.
We the Mecca, right? That's what we do. We the new Knicks. That's how
Hey,
we do.
quick question. In comparison to all the teams, I'm finding myself saying that this is gonna be about my favorite team. Of course, the championship team in '73 is gonna be number one. But as of us growing up, definitely the '90s Knicks, always with
Forever.
Ewing and Starks. But I got love for the Allen Houston Sprewell squad.
2000s.
I got love for Melo and the boys that got us to the playoffs and
The
whatnot.
bully.
But this team, yeah, we haven't even made it to the playoffs, and I'm telling you, I think this squad, the way Leon and the front office did
Shout
their
out front
due
office.
diligence. Shout out to the front office, bro. I mean, hands down. And I seen a post that said, "Smart people hire other smart people and listen to them." And bro, phenomenal job by Leon, bro. I tip my hats.
No, that's what you're bringing up is a phenomenal point. Phenomenal point. It's probably the most understated. If you're looking at the squad, and as Knick fans who've been around a minute, i.e. these Grays, so we got them. We got them. We've been holding it down. This is how long we've been waiting for the championship. We back. So as you're saying, this squad is probably the most comprised team. It's like the embodiment of all our teams that we've had before, all in one. It's the 90s defensive team unity, play together, play for each other. We win as a team. They didn't have no real superstars like a Jordan. We had Ewing, but other than that was our lunch pail workers. You know what I'm saying? Like a bunch of lunch pail workers that we're gonna come and just work to the end. And that's what this team embodies. That plus the offense of the 2000 team. You know what I mean? So we got players that. So it's like a big combination of both. And then on top of that, you got the front office that drafts so well that we got all our draft picks are hitting. Everyone. Draft picks are hit. Everyone. And think about how much criticism.
And these are second round picks, late picks. Where the Knicks will never get a top 5 pick besides RJ, which we had to run the whole team and the city
that was like
the ground with 17 wins, and we still couldn't get a top. You know what I mean?
We had the worst record.
We'll never get that luck again.
No, never. So, even with that, which that shows the genius of the front office, the intellect that they have to pick, and all the criticism that everybody got. I mean, that Leon got for trading down. So in every one of those scenarios, everyone from Deuce to Grimes, everyone he traded down to get more picks and still hit with the players. He already knew who he had. So our front office already knows the draft like the back of the hand to scout the talent, know the talent, and to be smart enough to be like, you know what? I'm going to gamble this. I'm going to flip this one into 2, get 2 birds, and still get that pure.
No, he does. Look, what Leon Rose does is capitalize. He was an agent, so he knows both sides of the field. You know what I mean? So he's gonna capitalize, and he's built his relationships to the point where he's making these moves and capitalizing and structuring the culture of this team with the staff that he picked. Because if you think about it, he picked Tibbs, and
that was his first pick, his first move.
As I see it, every one of these guys are Tibbs players. There's not one person that I can see on our team, on our squad, that is not a Tibbs kind of guy. They all work hard. Cam ain't here.
God, I just
don't get Melvin started.
Cam was
Cam
not
ain't,
a
but
Tibbs guy.
listen,
But you're right.
hard. Every single one. Everybody has a great IQ. They all play defense first. They're all buying in. One thing about this squad, they're buying into what Tibbs is selling. You know what I mean? And they're good, and
Facts.
and it's showing. Because if you really think about it, yeah, Tibbs, a lot of people imply that Tibbs is a defensive coach. Yes, he is a defensive coach. But if you know basketball, defense is offense. So if you're executing greatly on defense, which we kind of are, it leads to offense. That's why our offense has been getting that much better, is because what Tibbs has been drilling into these players, it's being memorized and it's synchronizing. You know what I mean? Like when we're in defense, everybody's rotating. Bro, we're covering those three lines. Like everybody's doing their thing.
No, you said it. And people talk about Tibbs, as you said, as a defensive coach. And yes, that's his cornerstone. That's what he built his foundation on. But if you're looking at what we've been doing, especially these last couple of games, before the old Knicks, the old ones, we couldn't get over 90 points. 90 points, 87. Like that was what we were going to score, and that's what you were going to score. You weren't scoring over 100, and we weren't scoring over 100.
Not at all.
Now we're first in offensive rating, 120.7 per game. First in points differential, plus 244. And first in net rating, 6.2. So the fact that you saying Tibbs is a defensive coach, or anybody says it, that's a portion of him. That's 50% of Tibbs.
Yeah.
You know? That's 50%. That's what he hung his hat on. And you got to give him shout out to Tibbs and for Leon for making the adjustment. Because Tibbs was stubborn last year. Tibbs, that was a big hang up people were saying on him, that Tibbs won't change. His rotation sucks. He's not switching players. He's not playing the youth. He's not expanding his rotation past 7 players. And he's literally done everything opposite of that. And he's tested it out. Come into the camera. I can't see you. Come into the camera. I can't see you.
Okay, my bad. But if you see, it all happened with Brunson coming in. If you got to see, like, Brunson and Rose are the type of leaders that Tibbs needs in order for him not to be expressed that much vocals while he's on the court, because you got the captain of the team, AI Brunson, you know, and he doesn't need to express any of that anymore, because you have a dog on the court.
Yeah, someone that's gonna do what he requires, and it was Rose, but Rose was just too old for it. Rose was just too injured and pro to handle the job.
But Rose was a mentor to Brunson as a child.
Yeah.
So you got to see that has been his example.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty.
You know,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And damn, what player was it? Jay Will? I think Jay Will said it, that when Rick Brunson went to Chicago, like, he's that type of a player. Like, he's gonna get at it. He's gonna be a dog. He's gonna express to you how he feels without, you know. And that's what you got in Baby Brunson.
Baby Brunson, Captain Clutch himself. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I like what you say, man. This team is definitely the new Knicks. We definitely a whole other squad of people on there. So that's a beautiful thing, man. It's super dope. How do you think we're gonna fare against the Heat today? And let me catch up, because Miguel says that Butler.
Mike's going off in the chat. Shout out to Miss Sir Cole Takes.
Mr. Cole Takes himself.
Sir Cole Takes is on fire.
So he's saying that Butler, Kyle Lowry, Jovic, Caleb Martin, and Omer. You want to pronounce that last name? I ain't trying.
Omer, your Stenstenance.
Yurtsenavanut is out. So he's definitely So him. So he's out. All of them out. So if it's official that they out, it's a body bag. Zip them up.
Listen, like they say, we've been smutting the bad teams, and we're beating good teams. Right? Like it's not barely beating them. We're the defense have gotten so good where it's coming in natural, where players could just focus on the offense.
And even this year, if you look at it, like you're talking about, like we how much have we grown as a team this year? Because before we were beating the teams we should have been beating, the bad teams technically. Not we're in the NBA, so just teams that were a bad record. Let's say bad record. We should have been beating them. We're getting beat up by the Milwaukee's, the Miami's, and all of the good teams that were better ranked than us. We're getting beat by them, and now it's completely to where we're confident with who we are, that we're beating the teams that we should beat, and we're beating the teams that are our true competitors. Those are the ones that we're beating now. So now we're showing that we are a good team. We're not only deserving to be in the playoff, we can make a big run in the playoffs. So that's the thing. If all these people are out, I think it's a body bag. I'm saying 118, 102. That's just me. I'm not gonna put no numbers out there. People hate putting numbers, but if they're not playing, it should be a body bag.
I mean, if the list of players that are not playing, I don't even see how you're seeing it that close. I could see probably like 89 to 120.
And the only reason I made it that close is because we're gonna beat them by so bad that we're gonna let all our other players deuce and everybody else play, that the other guys are gonna get in the game and try to score. So we should get at least some good minutes of deuce. Hopefully a big game by Obi Toppin and RJ Barrett. I hope RJ has a breakout game today. I think this would be a good game for him to get his mojo back. Who do you think is going to be a top player today?
I'm hoping Julius sets it off like he usually does as of late, and come in hot to give us that lead. And if we could score another 47 in the first, I'm down for that.
Hey, yeah, I'll take that.
Like that's what I want to look for. I want to see if we score 47, we should be scoring 47 every. I don't see how we haven't reached 200 points yet.
We close, man. We close, but just the way we play, and I'll take the 120s and the 130s. I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that.
No, we definitely doing it.
I loving the bully ball. Like no taking no shorts. We taking no shorts. Like we just claiming it. This is our court. And how about the home court, yo? We have been doing great on our home court. And
how many? There's 6, 7 wins, 5 to 7 wins.
7 straight. 2 from 1 from before the All-Star game. But after that, there was an inserted player that gave us a boost.
Yeah, but I'm talking about home wins.
I want to say it's at least 5. I got to look, but I think it's for sure 5.
I think it's 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that's been since Josh Hart was inserted into the team. Mr. Hart himself.
Definitely.
Yep. So now it's on. So whatever you guys think, put your chats in and out, put your outcomes, whatever you think is going to be out of this Heat Knicks game. Let me reverse that. Knicks Heat game. We're about to make them fizzle. I'm calling it. This year we break up the Heat. Fire Pat Riley. Hashtag in the chat. Fire Pat Riley. I want him out of here. I want him gone. He's a bum. He's a loser. He's a quitter. That guy turned his back on us, so we don't take that lightly.
Oh, shit. By us stomping him out, I rather let him do his time at the Heat and
burn him to the ground.
Watch the suffering from that top box. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't mind that either.
Let him stay there, and you know what I mean?
And soak it all in, all the L's, the body bags. And we in Miami, so I want them to destroy it. And you're going to see nothing but a sea of blue in that arena. A sea of blue.
Definitely.
The Miami Square Garden. Like the Orlando Square Garden, the Miami Square. Everywhere we go, it's the Square Garden. Whatever that team, Square Garden. That's our team. We nationwide, worldwide. Let them know. And on this note, you got anything to say before we start chatting it out back?
Nah, I mean, shout out to all the pods, all the Knicks pods family. Yeah, I mean Knicks fam out there. I know I just want to get these games over with. I want to see the streak continue. I know we're gonna beat the Heat, and shit. That's about it.
So you just need to go get yourself something, the drink of choice, whatever your enjoyment of choice is, because it's gonna be a sight to see of these guys getting bagged, bodied, and delivered to the ground. Because we about to kill them boys. It's a wrap. We going straight to number 4. 4 is the target, right? 4 is the bullseye. 3, 2, and 1.
I would like from how many games we got left? Yeah, 4 creeping into 3.
I think 4 is good. If we can get to 3, I don't know if we'll get to 3 because Philly's been on a little run. They've been doing their thing on there. Is it possible? It's all right. Top 4 is really where we want to be at. Top 4 is really good. I'm all right with that. I mean, we're close to Philly. Philly right now is 40-22. We're actually about 3 games behind them. So 2 games behind. It's actually really close. So we're 2 games behind Cleveland and 3 behind Philly. So it's a possibility. If any injury happens, any sit downs, any games missed by Embiid, a stub toe, anything like that, it's a good chance we could make that run to the 3. So within a couple of
I was listening to Raw Hebrew, and he said who was it? I think the Kings. The Kings are doing good. So though, I mean, probably out of all the teams that we're playing within these next few games, that's probably the only one I got my eye on. But the rest of them, I think is basically a dub.
Yeah, so let's go over the games we got right. So right now we got the Heat. That's the game we got today.
Yeah.
Sunday we go against the Celtics again. So they're gonna want some redemption. That's gonna be a big game. It's gonna be a game.
We got it. We're gonna win that one too.
We can't let it seem like a fluke, so we gotta get that W. Then we got the Hornets on March 7th. Then we got the Kings. So we got the
Hornets. I think LaMelo's out for the season.
Yeah, he's done.
That's a dub.
That's gonna be a W. Kings are playing really good basketball. De'Aaron Fox, I think he's number 1 right now in the 4th quarter.
Yeah.
So in clutch shots. So he's doing his thing. That's crazy. I think we still get that W though.
Yeah, we definitely get it.
Lucas Randle gets up for Sabonis. He gets up for that game to play against Sabonis. So that's gonna be a good game. I think we can get that W. Then we owe redemption. Then we got the Clippers. That's gonna be a tough West Coast trip. Clippers are firing on all cylinders, but
nah, not really. I just saw the game the other day. Westbrook is back to being Westbrook.
Hey, that's a good thing for us.
And yeah, I don't see the Clippers. I mean, the Clippers is always good.
All right, hold on. We got something for you, man. Mangelo in the chat says, "Can we get a 50 wins?"
Mikey, I've been saying that. That means we gotta win 17 straight more?
No, not 17 straight more. We won 3, so at least another 14 games. Right now we're 39. So we need 11 games. No, we're 37, so we're about 13 games. We need about 13 games to win. And so out of these games, all right, so you're saying Clippers could be a win. Then we got the Lakers. That's the W or L? And LeBron's out too, so all right, W. We'll just talk that out there.
Lakers.
And the game you want to see, I know this one, you and Mel really want to see this one. The Blazers on March 14th. The redemption of Cam. Does Cam get a game against us? Does he become a Nick killer?
Nah.
Nah, we know his ins and outs. Nah. And then we got the Nuggets. That's going to be a tough game. That could be a loss. Timberwolves, we should be able to win that. No cat. Then we got Heat again, March 22nd, back to back. And then we got the Orlando Magic. So I'm going to be at that game. Y'all can check us out. I'll be at the game with the fam, March 23rd. That's gonna be a W easy. Rockets W. We got the Heat again. Damn, we playing the Heat quite a bit.
It's all
So
good. See, those are easy wins.
then we got Cavs, Wizards, Pacers, Pelicans, and then the Pacers. So the last couple. So it looks good, man. It looks to
Looks
answer
feasible.
your question, Mangelo. Phil got that 50 burger. He's been having that on the. He's got that on the grill.
47, but I'm wishful for 50.
He going 47. He got a little bit of adobo. He got the adobo on the burger. He got it preseasoned, a little sofrito on it. So he's got a season.
Don't forget the minced garlic. Minced garlic.
He got the minced garlic. So he's got in the Ziploc season and soaking up the herbs and flavors on there.
Letting it marinate.
So the 50 burger looks promising. We would have to go on an incredible run. We're on one now, and the Josh Hart gives it to you. I'm still on the conservative side, just to play devil's advocate here. I went for 44 for the year, so that's about 5 more wins, which I think it's. I went 44, so I think 5 more wins. It's definitely doable. So I mean, that was before I knew we were getting Josh Hart. Damn you, Leon. Damn you with the smart moves. You got that's at least 3 wins over that. So that's at your 47. I can give you that 47. That got you there. You know, I'm still with the 44.
I had a little gut feeling with the office, you know what I mean?
You know they was gonna do a little okie doke, a little bait and switch on there.
Listen, you got to give them the benefit of the doubt, man.
How can you not? I mean, right now they're batting 1,000.
A lot of the talk within a few pods is that we're not making enough risky moves and taking chances. But I've never been a nigga at the casino, bro. I'm not a gambler. So listen, if Leon's playing my position, He's
got the poker face, bro. He's been in the casino. He wrote, and even with that, let's play. Both sides of Knicks fans, Knicks nations. All right. So people are talking about make the risk. If we would have gone for Donovan, we have no Grimes, we have no IQ, and we don't have 5 rounders.
I don't think Hart will be here.
No, I mean we'd have to be in a completely different direction. We could probably get Hart, but does it have the same effect when you have Grimes and IQ and you still got those 5 picks? I don't know. Yeah. And then Jalen Brunson's giving you the exact same numbers he's giving you. That's a win in my book. He's giving you the same exact numbers that Donovan's doing now. We win
5 left players.
Yep, and we have all our picks. We have all our picks and the players. So that right there, all right, that was a win on him. Who else we're gonna go for? We're gonna go for the Detroit Pistons Ivy. We're gonna go 5 first rounders and all this. He's okay right now.
Listen, if we would have, bro, do you know where we would be if we would have gotten Ivy and Donovan?
We would have been in 9th place.
We probably would be at 23 wins right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't see that winning. That's not getting that defense done. I mean, nah, I wouldn't see all the big moves that people want us to make. If we would have Zach LaVine, nah, he's injury prone. You talking about $50 million a year? No way. Sorry. And Miguel says we would have to go ahead.
No, like I said, bro, I'm not ready to lose everybody. I'm good with how we are. Stand pat.
Yo, sometimes you don't have to make a risk. All you have to make is smart moves. Smart moves. Look, steady growth is much more better than a big leap and then to fall down. That's.
I'll put it in music terms. Sometimes when you're making a beat, they say less is more. This is that. This is that exact thing. Sometimes less is more.
And the old term with a bird in the hand is worth more than 2 in the bush, right? I mean, we have the bird. The bird, I got it right here in my hand. I can eat this one. The other ones, I don't know. That one looks limpy. I don't know. So I don't know. I liked all the smart moves. If we play the Monday quarterback and look in hindsight of what we could have, should have, we've won in all these moves, man. From the Porzingis trade, we'll revisit that another topic here because we may go a little long, but we're gonna have to revisit all the moves that shoulda, coulda, We're gonna call that the shoulda coulda, the shoulda couldas, and we'll all revisit that. And we might make it a joint venture. Maybe we get the other podcasters and make one big old collab on the shoulda couldas, because we support all our Knicks family. We support all the other podcasters. But if you watching, like and subscribe, say something, comment. We read. We may not like reading, but we'll read the comment. I will respond. I like a little banter back and forth anyway. But we appreciate you guys showing up. Anything else you want to close out with, New Knicks?
Two things. I want to thank Mike, the specialist that has joined the squad on the technical support side. You know what I mean? Mike, the specialist.
Shout out, Mangelo.
Yep. And damn, what was that second thing?
Him again, 2 times. Don't give him you get a double shout out until he remembers what it was.
I can't remember what the second shit was, because you know what I mean. But shit, bro. Oh, that's what it was.
He got it.
If you guys mess or fucks with the intro, the Brooklyn, the home the home anthem, go on the page, share it with MSG. We're trying to get that intro to the Garden to see if it could liven up the city, liven up the squad, city and squad. You know what I mean? And
tag if you like the music, tag Friday Night Knicks, because we're trying to replace what's playing right now. Friday Night Knicks. Just hashtag Friday Night Knicks. You like the anthem and Friday Night Knicks. We're trying to replace that Friday Night Knicks anthem. All right. We got the anthem. You hear it in the intro. You hear it in the beginning. You're about to hear it right now. All right. So let us know. Peace, love, and recycle. Go Knicks. Knicks Nation.
Sir.
Enjoy.
Let's get that dub.
Peace out, my peoples.
Peace. Thank you for joining us. We out.
Au revoir.
If the Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up. The Knicks is in the Mecca, yeah, let me hear you give it up.
This is New York City, home of the Knicks, baby. Yeah, we back on track. The Mecca's going crazy. Rim rocking, shot blocking, ball. We are not stopping, aiming at that chip with a bullseye on the target. It's been so many years, that's how bad we really want it. From the city to the Garden, we all be blue and orange, and everybody starving. Hell yeah, hungry for a ring. Got a team full of hungry who